So my name is Mackenzie Miller. I reached out to Amy to contact my younger sister, Allison Miller. She died on July 22nd, 2021. When I went to her page, I had been following Amy on TikTok for quite a while. So I kind of knew what she did. I never had a session or anything like that. And I remember watching other people's sessions that, she would post, and it was just very moving. So I kind of felt an automatic connection or pull towards her. And one night I'm laying in bed and I go to her page to just kind of see how much it would cost. And I do all the information, and the very first available appointment happened to be November 29th, 2022. Well, November 29th is my sister's birthday. So I kind of took that as a, even if you can't afford this, like, you're doing it, like, this is a sign that she wanted to talk and that she felt comfortable with Amy as well. So I had to wait an entire year to have my session with Amy. But when I tell you how worth it was, and how almost the time leading up to it kind of built this anticipation of it could have gone either way, I felt like if I didn't feel like I was talking to my sister, I would have felt really let down. But the fact that without a doubt I was talking to my little sister, I immediately after the session, I hung it up and I turned on music and I started dancing around my apartment like an idiot, because I knew she was right there, and I knew that she was probably dancing with me, or at least laughing at me, dancing. From the second she said, her tone of voice was my sister's. My sister was very sarcastic. I'll just call her Allison from here on out. Allison was so sarcastic, and her job as a little sister basically was making fun of me. And the hard part about this session in particular was we didn't know exactly how my sister had died. We had speculations. The detectives had speculations, but Amy literally did not skip a beat, said, this is what happened. And even, the words that she used, that she would have had no idea. Like, there was never a newspaper report about my sister. There's nothing you can Google. The fact that she just knew without saying anything was insane. But probably the most beautiful moment in my eyes was my sister was cremated. So I remember asking I wanted a piece of her hair. She just looked so beautiful, and I just wanted to keep a piece of her with me forever. And so I asked for a lock of her hair, and Allison very sarcastically said to Amy, basically Amy's just the vessel at this point. She cut my hair and she just keeps it in a plastic bag on a shelf somewhere or something like that. And my jaw dropped. And I was like, should I go get this bag with her hair in it? Because that exists. And so I came back out with it, and sure enough, like, it's a Ziploc bag with her hair, and I don't know what to do with it. And then my sarcastic little sister goes, you should at least make a voodoo doll with it or something like that. And then Amy said that, they were kind of going through my apartment because that's where Allison was. And they get to my bathroom and they mention my loofah. And I'm bad about, when I go to the grocery store, like, I will need things like that, like a loofah, and I just completely forget. So I've probably needed a loofah for like a year. It gets me clean, like, there's nothing wrong with it. I could probably just use a new one. And so Allison brings that up to Amy again and says, will you tell my sister to please get a new loofah? And then Amy offers to, like, send me a loofah in the mail and everything. It was beautiful. She had mentioned Allison's roses, which are actually hanging up on my wall behind me. And when we were doing the session, my head was kind of like blocking them. I was pretty, up close. So there's no way that Amy could even see those. And I've always prided in myself of like, every little thing of my sister's I try to like memorialize. And oh my goodness, I had taken her ashes one time on vacation with me, and I did the whole ocean, sprinkled a little in the ocean, and I thought it was this magical, beautiful thing. And my sister goes, don't sprinkle me in the ocean. Like, what are you doing? Just making fun of, big sister, big Cancer sister at that. And it was beautiful. The things that she knew, the messages that she had to say. I got off the phone and immediately texted everybody and was like, you need to have a session with Amy. My sister's been gone for a year and a half now, and the closure that I felt from an hour-long session, a million times over. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amy. You really brought hope back into my life. And if you've ever lost somebody and you end up like talking to the walls, and there's times where you kind of feel silly because you don't know if they're there or not, to have validation that she's there, she's listening to everything I say, and she's laughing at me the whole time, and it was really beautiful. And I already have friends and family that immediately went to her TikTok page and followed her, and kind of putting them on the Christmas list side of things to have a session with Amy, because they saw what it did to me. And physically even, people said that it kind of brought back this light to my eyes that I haven't had in a very long time. And again, there's not enough thank yous in the world, and I think if anybody else has the experience that I do, you'll understand what I mean when I say that, this is a life-changing event. This will go down in my heart and in my head for the rest of my life. So incredibly, incredibly thankful. And I will look forward to the many other sessions that I will have, even just saying hi and bye to my sister, or, looking more deeper into myself. I trust Amy with pretty much anything and everything at this point. So, very beautiful experience. And I hope everyone gets to experience something like I did one day. I truly do.